Hi friends, you're on the channel where we unveil the veil of mysteries, legends, and myths from around the world. Today I invite you on a journey that winds through mist-shrouded forests, between light and shadow, to places where human feet rarely tread. We're diving into the world of fairies, so varied, so mysterious, so dangerous. Make yourselves comfortable. Once we begin, there's no turning back to the ordinary world. Imagine nighttime. Deep in the forest, leaves whisper. Moonlight spills between the trees. Suddenly, among the shadows, something flickers. A tiny glow, like a spark. You lean in and see a figure, small, winged. It looks at you as if it recognizes you, then vanishes. Some will say it's a child's fancy, others that it's the spirit of nature. But ancient legends insist fairies are beings from another realm, and that realm is right alongside ours. We've just lost the sight to perceive it. The earliest mentions of fairies appear in Celtic myths. In ancient Ireland, they called them the sídhe, the people of the mounds. They did not live among humans, but existed in a parallel, magical dimension. It's said they once walked openly among people, but later they departed. Humankind had betrayed their trust. Their worlds sank beneath the earth, into wind and mist. Yet very rarely, the veil between worlds grows thin, and they appear again. These beings have no single form. They can be tiny, like a butterfly with a child's face, or grand, human-like, but with eyes that never blink and voices that shift the weather. Their world has its own rules, its own laws. There are kings and queens. The most famous, Queen Titania, who leads her subjects among night-blooming flowers, and King Oberon, stern, silent, with eyes that see through time. But not all fairies are benevolent. Old tales divide them into light and dark. Light fairies guard nature, help and inspire. Dark fairies, vengeful, envious, cunning, lure travelers into bogs, lull them to sleep in forests, force them to dance until death. They hate lies but punish even excessive curiosity. Have you heard how fairies abduct children? This isn't mere fairy tale fantasy, but a deep fear of many peoples. They believed if a child suddenly changes, becomes silent or strange, that's not your child. It's a changeling. A fairy left its own offspring and took the human baby into its world. Those children dreamt of enchanted woods, flower-lit dances, songs you can never forget. Sometimes they even tried to return. Fairies could also make bargains with humans, but every word carried weight. Fail to meet the terms and you're cursed. Eat their food and you remain in their world forever. Accept a gift and you lose something precious. It's no wonder fairies were feared as much as demons. In Japan lived yokai, fairy-like spirits, sometimes benevolent, sometimes destructive. In Slavic lands, mavkas, rusalkas, forest spirits, who lured and toyed with death. In Greece, nymphs and naiads. In South America, jungle spirits hiding in the foliage. All echoes of the same force permeating earth, water, air. Fairies aren't just mythological characters. They've graced art, literature, and film. Remember Shakespeare's A Midsummer Night's Dream? There, fairies are cunning, wise, even dangerous. In the Victorian era, they became sweet as confectionery. Tinker Bell's flutter could summon magic. Yet beneath their pretty veneer, legends portray them as a power not to be taken lightly. Some scholars see belief in fairies as an archetype, a symbol of nature's soul beyond time. Others claim it's the residue of an ancient faith, and some insist fairies are real. Our lack of belief simply blinds us, and they disdain disbelief. From time to time, people report encounters, especially in Iceland, Ireland, on ancient mounds, places where technology fails, where unheard songs drift on the air, where trees bend into perfect circles. They say that's where fairies dwell, unseen, like shadows on water. So, next time you walk in the woods, don't rush. Pause, look around, listen. If you hear a whisper, don't be afraid. Perhaps it's them, and perhaps they're not only watching you. Maybe they have something to tell you. Thank you for joining me on this journey between our world and the realm of fairies. If you enjoyed this, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you don't miss upcoming tales. More magic, mysteries, and dark legends await.